Hi, everybody. I see some people lurking here. Stop and say hi. I'm chopping my carrots tonight. I peeled them yesterday and they've been sitting there because I've been waiting to go live. Now, I've heard that doing a vertical live is supposed to be something that's being promoted or something. I don't know. I kind of heard there's something going on about a vertical live. I won't be on for long. I just have 2 pounds of carrots that are peeled, and actually I've been picking some out. I grated some and put them in my salad today. And I chopped one up and put it in my soup for breakfast. So it's 2 pounds less. Pinto Papers. Hello, how are you? Hi, Flippy, how are you doing? Which of your channels do you promote the most? Or do you post on them all? Like I have 3 channels, but Broke but Bountifully Blessed is the only one that I really do anything with other than watch channels. I run playlists on them usually. But right now, oh, okay. So I know one of them is about the music. And everything else is on the other one. Am I correct on that? I have a dull knife here. I'm going to have to get up in a minute and get a bowl to put all my chopped ones in. Of course, I could put them in with the unchopped ones. I can tell them apart pretty easy. I'll be right back. I'm going to grab a bowl. When I'm done chopping them, I'm going to, oh, I had such a mess on my table. It was a cleaning day off. For some reason, I just could not get motivated to clean. Have you ever had days like that? Okay, maybe I just been playing the music. I just love music. I'm loving this Suno, and I'm spending way too much time playing on it. And then today what I did is I started loading some things up on TikTok. I figured out how to do that. It's pretty much like loading something on, it's like going live on YouTube. And then you can just post a video. What I've been doing is I create a video and post it on YouTube, and then I turn it into a short and post it on TikTok. Oh, thank you, Flippy. That's really sweet. Did your seeds arrive okay? Mostly I got the membership so that I could post the Psalms in a song rather than reading them out loud. So I'm having trouble with my voice lately. I should probably see the doctor, but I'm still paying off the last time I went. You're new to me, Pinto Papers. You don't have a, what do you call it? Well, I don't know. Everybody has a channel that's on here, but you just don't post any videos on yours. I was like that for a long time. And the funny thing is, I never did do the video that I started doing YouTube years ago because I wanted to post a video for somebody. I used to restore dolls that I found at Goodwill. And I restored one, and there's no directions on how to do that. So I was going to make a video showing how I did it, restored that particular doll. But I never did. Basically, I don't have one. Oh, Jail Bima is on here. I was watching your channel the other day. It was your day on the source. I even shared one out for you. I'm planning on the 27th, I'm going to check and see how much my watch hours moved. And I thought I would make that into a shout out to the source. Have you ever had a day on the source before, Jalbima? Yeah, it was an American Girl doll that I found at the Goodwill. And I restored it and I sold it. And the person that bought it said she had several others that she would like to get restored. And she didn't know how to do it. So I said I'd make her a YouTube video. I hope she isn't still waiting. But I haven't been going to Goodwill looking for dolls. I don't know if I'll find another one like that. But I paid like $2.99 and then I restored it and sold it for $50. I could use the money. I should do that again. But the thing is, you have to report that. And YouTube is, I mean, not YouTube. eBay is, I don't know, just not as profitable as it used to be. And the mail prices are going up. Did you ever try selling on eBay? When I first started, it was going really good, but things change. Don't you love this cutting board I got? I'll try and do this so I don't have my pink arm in the way. It was so cold in the house today. It was almost 50 degrees outside, so the heat never kicked in. So I dressed really warm. Chopping these slowly because I want to drag this out a little bit. I really need watch hours. I almost have 1,000 subscribers, but I only have a little over 1,000 watch hours, and I need to have 3,000 to get partially monetized and 4,000 to be fully monetized. I suppose it would help if I made something more interesting than chopping my vegetables. I'll have to look into that. You never sold anything? Oh. Yeah, the thing is with selling on eBay, they charge you whether you sell it or not. So you can run, you might have to, by the time I'd sell something, I had paid more than I was going to sell it for. Let's put it that way. So it got to be not worth it. But if I sell on Facebook Marketplace, there's no charge. And people would generally come and pick it up with the cash. I'm going to blanch these carrots after I get them all chopped. Oh, okay. I know how it is. I'm pretty hooked on doing the music. I think of something I want to write, and I sit there writing it down, and then I can't wait to hear it to music. And then I think, oh, I like it in country with a man singing, but I wonder how it would sound as reggae with a woman singing. And next thing I know, I've got 40 different versions of the same song. And I hate to delete any of it. I guess it's my hoarding thing. When I say that I'm bountifully blessed, what I mean is I'm a recovering hoarder. I've got way more than I need out of everything. So I'm not hoarding physical things anymore, but now I'm hoarding Suno songs. If I was the selling thing to be at my church, we would have yard sales once a year. Oh, okay. Sometimes I'll be cleaning and I'll find something that I can usually sell. And I'll put it on Facebook Marketplace. And if it's not something I can sell, if it doesn't sell within a reasonable time, then I put it on Buy Nothing. And somebody will grab it for free. It always feels like such a relief to get rid of things, but I probably spend the rest of my life trying to get rid of things and won't get rid of it all. My kids will still have a mess to clean up. Well, still got quite a few carrots here. Oh, you're not making songs? Why not? Is everybody getting ready for Thanksgiving these days? Hi, give him in, welcome in. I'm just trying this vertical live thing. I don't know what is does anybody know what that promotion is? There's something going on if you're supposed to do a vertical live, and I think they're promoting it more or something. I don't know. And this actually works better for me. You can see my whole cutting board here that I won. Don't you just love live giveaways? You ever go on those and win stuff? Let's see, what did I win this year? I won a trowel. I won about $200 worth of dog food, and it came at the perfect time. I was just about ready to go to the Humane Society for free dog food, which she won't eat anyway, but the dog food that I got, she loves, and of course, it's ridiculously expensive. I could never afford to buy it for her. But it's just freeze-dried meat. And what dog doesn't like meat? Although, I think she would prefer to eat my bean burrito. No songs. Well, I've been oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, happy Thanksgiving, Flippy. I was saying thanks for stopping by. I hope you're feeling better really soon. Hey, Debbie Sue, how you doing? So how far ahead do you get your stories together for your channel, for your Friday storytelling binge there? I don't know how you always come up with the sweetest stories, honestly. There's always a message in them. And I love the names you come up with. They make you think of being down south. Is it not scrolling? Oh, no, it's there. Are you cooking for Thanksgiving, Debbie? Thank you all for clicking the like button. I really appreciate that. They say that helps, but I don't know how. I thought this would be a good time to go live. I don't know of anybody else that's going live at the moment. I mean, I don't know of any scheduled lives. Not on a Tuesday. Oh, you're going to be cooking? I used to cook like either the weekend before Thanksgiving or the weekend after and have my kids over, but it got to be too much for me. And I live in an apartment and have 10 grandkids, so it was getting a little too crowded in here too. I mean, I love the kids, but I live in a little place. Plus, I have a son living with me that's, I don't know, doesn't work out for him. Oh, okay. Have you ever taken a writing class, or you've just learned this all so well on your own? I always loved to write, and then during COVID, my library had free classes. They were online classes, and I took a couple of them. I took one on romance writing, one on mystery writing, one on just writing. But now that I've got Suno, I'm kind of thinking of taking the poetry class. That's a great idea. That's how your stories always fit the season. Oh, we've got 6 carrots left here. Then I'm gonna go blanch them. And I don't know, have y'all been watching that cookies and candy collab? I forget who's hosting it. But I watched a video that the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch put out, and she made some candy, and I thought I would try and do a more vegan version, and it's made with peanut butter, but I got a couple cans of, what do you call it? Oh, pumpkin. And I thought a pumpkin candy would be great for this time of year. So I might make that and record it after this if my phone's still holding out. And then I can post it for Thanksgiving Day. Since it's dairy-free and gluten-free. Now she uses milk in hers, but I found some rice baby cereal that I'm going to replace the milk with. Hopefully that'll work out. I might try to make the peanut butter version too, but I'm not going to record it because she's already recorded it. But she found it in a 74-year-old book, and it looks really good and simple. It's just got 4 ingredients. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, it was actually a pamphlet. She bought a book from a rummage sale for a quarter, and inside was a pamphlet that had it was a 74-year-old pamphlet, and it had a real simple recipe in there. And the funny thing is, her father-in-law had made something similar and wouldn't give her the recipe. So I guess God wanted her to have the recipe, because once she tasted it, she was pretty sure that was it. The other day I was on her live, and I told her about a situation at the food bank, and she stopped the whole thing and started praying, because it was a pretty hairy situation. You know, you go to these food banks, and it's a lot of different people around, but I don't know why this guy got mad. It was before the handout, so it wasn't like he hadn't gotten any food. and he was really mad, and he started walking away, and he shouted quite loudly. Everybody around heard him, that next time he comes, he's bringing his pistol. And I'm kind of worried about mostly the workers there, or the volunteers there, because they have certain rules, and a lot of the people in line don't want to follow the rules. And they sometimes come out and scold them. So I thought maybe that might have happened, and that he was thinking he would come back and hurt somebody that said something to him. I don't know. I don't know what was going on with him. If I'd have thought quicker, I would have maybe tried to get him talking to maybe diffuse the situation. But it was just kind of shocking. I just stood there with my mouth gaping like everybody else. And the following week I didn't go, but somebody who did said that he wasn't there. And this week they're not having it because of Thanksgiving. Yes, isn't that amazing? That was her ex-father-in-law, and it sounds like her ex was on the abusive side, and she got away from a bad situation. So if he was abusive, who knows what his father was like? Heard those things run in families. Well, it seems like yesterday I chopped up my celery and it's almost gone. And I'm planning to use the rest of it in a casserole that I want to videotape. Oh yeah, I think we're all glad she got away. She's a totally different person, and now she has her YouTube channel, and she only goes live once a month. I think the next live is the 22nd, but it was kind of a interesting live, and she kept requesting that if you had anything for her to pray for, she was going to pray at the end of the live. And so I brought that up because I had called the police, and they kind of, the thing of it is, it was hard to get through. They kept transferring the call, and I ended up the library, the city hall, and the health department, and then back to the police department. And then finally an officer came on the phone, and I told him the situation, and he asked me if I was a volunteer or if I was in line for food. And when I said I was in line for food, he put me on hold and never came back. So I was feeling kind of upset that I hadn't been taken seriously, and I really thought this was a serious matter that the police should probably watch out for. But apparently they didn't think so. Yeah, she's hosting a collab this month. I think she might, no, she's not doing cookies and candy. It's something else. But I was doing, 50 things that you're grateful for. So I did my 50 things, and then I recorded the intro afterwards, and I wanted to make sure I had the name and her name right. And when I clicked on her channel, she was live. So I went and watched the live. Oh, we're down to 3 carrots. Look at this nice bowl of chopped carrots. So I'll blanch those and then chill them overnight, and in the morning I'll put them in the freezer. And I'll add that to my recipes. I like to just cook one meal at a time so everything's fresh. I used to cook up soup and then freeze some of it. But besides it taking up too much room in the freezer, it gets way too mushy. Don't you think? I don't know. Oh, am I thirsty? I must be yapping too much. I'm still so excited that I got this cutting board. I've been doing chop and chats for a while, and I used to always use one of my dinner plates for a chopping board. But now I need to find something that I can hang it on the wall, because it has a real nice engraving on the other side. Yeah, really. I think she has kids too. There is in our city, I live near Milwaukee, but I'm in the suburbs kind of. It used to be the suburbs, but it's getting pretty bad. But recently, a 21-year-old man beat his son to death. And the wife was also arrested for not protecting the child from him. Okay, here's the last 2. And then I'm going to call it a night. I've been having these carrots sitting here, but every time I was going to do a live, I would have been cutting into somebody else's live that I usually watch. Do you ever do lives? I don't think I've seen a live on your channel, Debbie, so I never really looked, but I just haven't gone in and seen you live or gotten a notification that you were live. Because they do say that if you want watch hours, do a live. And I do notice that if I do a 1-hour live, I may get 10 watch hours, depending on how many people come in and comment. And if I just do a 1-hour video, well, nobody's going to watch a 1-hour video. But a video won't get that many watch hours by itself. My first live I just aimed the camera at my tomatoes at a point where I was waking up every morning and seeing that I had more tomatoes had sprouted. So I was hoping to catch one pop up, and I never did. But I did a 5-hour live of watching my tomatoes grow. You hear that yelling? My downstairs neighbor just yells constantly. She has a boyfriend living with her that doesn't work. And he stays home all day when she's at work, but as soon as she comes home, he leaves. But I don't think he's going to work. Because of the things she says when she yells at him. I don't know, I shouldn't be gossiping about my neighbors, but oh, you haven't done any? I bet you would do good on a live because you're good at talking to the camera. I try to avoid that. I'm supposed to be doing an interview for another channel, and I have to be talking into the camera, which isn't my favorite thing to do. I wrote a script, but I'm going to change it to an outline because I find if I'm reading a script, oh, that's kind of icky on the end there. If I'm reading a script, it sounds really scripted, but if I just, read from the bullet points on my, I'm picking around here because I realize that this end is here and there is another piece of the end somewhere in here that's going to be gunky. There it is. Okay. I don't want to put anything gunky in my soup. This is mostly what I use for soup, but if I make a stir fry or shepherd's pie or something, I don't make a lot of different things. Not too all that imaginative. Can't speak tonight. When I cook, I just want to get my nutrients. I don't really care about that much other stuff. So what are you making for Thanksgiving, Debbie Sue? Are you going to have kids over? Thank you to those that hit the thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot. More than I even know. Oh, I feel like I'm going to sneeze. And when I sneeze, I really sneeze. Turkey, dressing, gravy, mashed potatoes, green beans, sweet potatoes, and all that. Oh, okay. I remember years ago, I made a Thanksgiving dinner with all the trimmings, and I called the family to the table, and my oldest son was probably about 9 at the time. And he looked at the table and he says, when are we going to have TV dinners again? Nothing like working your hinder off and being unappreciated. So after that, we had an encore lasagna for Thanksgiving. But around Thanksgiving, this one store would have a really cheap turkey if you bought $25 worth of groceries. Well, we had 4 kids, and my sons were all over 6 feet tall as teenagers. And so $25 worth of groceries was nothing. So what I would do is I'd go to the store each day and buy about $25 worth of groceries and get my cheap turkey. And I'd pack my freezer full of cheap turkeys. And once a month, I'd cook up a big turkey dinner. And I'd use those leftover turkey for turkey tacos, or the dark meat I would simmer in the slow cooker with barbecue sauce. And I told them it was barbecued pork. Of course, when they were young, they didn't realize it and they ate it. When they got bigger, they realized it was turkey and didn't want it. But now I'm allergic to that, so. I'm thinking I might like a lentil loaf, but I'm also craving gyros. So I might use the lentils that I have to make some vegan gyros. I made some the other day and I forgot to put the bouillon in it. So it wasn't very tasty. And I had it in the freezer and I took it out to move something and forgot to put it back in, found it the next day. So I had to throw it all out, of course. Okay, here we are. I now have a bowl of carrots. I'm going to add a little bit of water and I'm going to blanch this in the microwave for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to call it a night. I really thank you for coming in. Have a great Thanksgiving, everybody, because I'm not going live again for a while. Thanks for stopping by.